Welcome to SE Custom Designs, where we are back from the Secaucus, New Jersey woodworking event. So this was my very first, other than Saratoga, which is like more of a very small scale of a woodworking event, where vendors come, they show up and they talk about their product. You have a few presenters, but nothing on the scale of the one that was in Secaucus, New Jersey. I highly recommend, if you have not been to one of these shows, that you check it out. I met a lot of folks I've been waiting to meet, nor would I imagine that I would meet them, because living upstate New York, you just don't have these shows, you know, once again. So going down there was amazing. So this is going to be part one of a video. I'm very, very excited to share this information with you and to share my experiences with you. One of the highlights was being able to talk face to face with Mr. Snodgrass, his father and his wife, about what they do, and see him demo. He's simply the best. You may have heard me talk about when I did an episode on changing the bandsaw blade. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, you guys on the big TVs. Where's my bandsaw? There it is. Okay, so yeah, I got to see him. Now I got to make sure my camera's okay. I'm a one-man show, and so at any rate, yeah, I got to meet him in person. I got to meet Mr. Bryce. He's the one that puts the whole event together. Imagine putting an event like this together, where you're bringing all these awesome woodworkers together. And of course, everybody who was anything like DeWalt, Festal, these types of companies selling tools were there. You had Lee Valley, you had, just watch my video, you're going to see all the vendors that were there, you'll recognize them. Veritas, for example, the company that makes this. I really need to get a monitor so I could see what it is you're seeing. Hopefully you can see that. So this is a Dovetail Marker 116. So Veritas. I also got my gauge, marking gauge, from them. I have no idea where it's hanging up, but at any rate, all these folks were there. The Match Fit company was there. The folks that make this product here. This is a dovetail hold down system. All right. It was just fun. It was so much fun for me to be able to participate and walk around and rub shoulders with these guys. Roland. So anyway, this one is going to be all about. This video is going to be all about just showing you some of the toys I brought home. We knew we like to come home with some toys. And things that you can get at the show are going to be a little bit cheaper. And then there's items I just didn't know existed. If I had all day long to just flip through catalogs, then I suppose that I would get up to speed, or browse the site. So I'm just going to start pulling some things out and show you. And then we'll go ahead and we'll premiere them and dig in and look at them. Some of them are just very self-explanatory and no big deal, but at any rate, if you're just starting out and you don't know what's out there, you're going to see a lot of that stuff here in my shop. I wish you could see some of the bigger items, like the Husky product line from Europe. Wow, they took the table saw and they completely reinvented it. Mind you, you're going to lay $6,000 down for just the table saw alone. So at any rate, this here is a 13-piece professional quality wood carrying chisel set in a cloth pouch. So this was very inexpensive. This is $29. And yes, you're going to get what you pay for. I realize that. But I don't really do a lot of carving. But there's times when I need to do some carving for a product or a project. So this is it here. Professional wood carving. So we'll take it out and we'll show you what this is all about. Not now, but we're going to do an episode on it. So that was an item I was pretty happy to get. I got yet another item called the Grr Rip Block. Okay, so Micro Jig puts these things out. You can see, I'm going to show you the ultimate Micro Jig unit that comes with various accessories like this plate here, right? Look up those episodes where you can hold the wood down this way and this way. It can't go anywhere when you push down and you ride over the blade. All right, the blade is safely tucked under here. So this unit is very, very versatile. But there's times when you just need, where did I put it? Right here. You just need that same quality of that green rubberized material. Just bam and push. So these have grippers on either end that are gonna drop down here. So we'll show you that as well. It appears that they might be on both sides. Okay, so this is the Smart Hook push lock. Okay, Grr Rip Block, smart choice for safety. So whether you're pushing stock around a router, along your bandsaw, or your jointer, you know, various applications for this. Can't say enough about these guys. So I have yet one more. So I have a total of 3 now. But again, this guy here, this is very, very specific and can be set up in so many ways. This is just, bam, a lot of surface to push the block through. Okay, or the stock. It's meant to say stock. That's that. That's item number 2. I hope you're seeing all this. I've had my eyes on this mini scraper from Woodpecker for a long time. Very simple. It's got one job: scrape. So you know when you get that wood down in the cracks of the wood like this, and it managed you didn't get it all out when you're wiping it when it's drying and so on. So this guy here, this mini scraper, is specifically made with very hard steel here, 4 corners, to scrape that glue out. So that's what this is. All right. Didn't know this existed. This is from Fulton. It's called Thin Rip Duo. Thin Rip Duo. Hopefully you can see that. And essentially what it's for is to set down in your table saw or your bandsaw for that matter. All right, and so this basically unit sits down in the track, sits down in the slider there, and then you're going to, let's say this was my saw blade, okay? You're going to bring this up to the saw blade and you have a piece of stock, let's say it's this wide, you need to rip real thin pieces, all right? No, the Micro Jig is really good for that. I've got 2 of them because they want you to do leapfrog, push through, have another one like this. But this has got another system with these very high quality bearings here, all right? Really, really amazing quality here. So you're going to set it where the saw blade is to the thickness that you want, which could be very, very thin, all right? And then you slide it back and then you lock it down, and now it's not going to move. And why is that? My blade is up there. Why are we pulling it back here? Because you know what's going to happen, that if you try to block that wood when you're pushing the stock through, you got the blade going around, it's blocked here, there's a chance it could shimmy like this and fly right back at you, okay? Or just it'll compromise the ripped piece itself and chew it to pieces. So basically you can push it through, all right, and it's going to slide off like this on its own naturally. And then you can take your fence, move it over, it's like a stop, right? It's going to stop right against this again. So you can make those repeat if you need to make 5, a dozen, 100, whatever it is that you're making, all right? So this is very, very versatile, all right? So it's got up to 6 inches that this thing slides across with, all right? So I thought that's very, very cool. Very, very strongly made too, by the way. Very, very nice. So I really, really enjoyed seeing that demoed Again, this is called the Thin Rip Duo. Repetitive thin rip cuts made easy. So there you saw it here at NC Custom Designs. If you've seen it before, okay. We have just a couple more items to show you. This here, I should put my glasses on for this one. This here is called the drill block. And again, it's got very, very simple job to do. All right? Its job is to be able to sit either on a flat surface and to be able to drill, set inside this high quality steel here, go up and down from 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drill bits, and either flat. Here's where it starts to really show its skill. Hopefully you can see this. Well, let's bring a piece of wood up so you actually can see this. What if you're drilling? You need to drill right here on this corner. So you're going to go like this, just like this, and you can see the design. Hopefully you can see that. Again, we're going to do future videos of this. This just sits right down in there and locks in. Now I can very confidently drill into that corner. All right, or straight up and down. It's pretty firm. It's got these rubber feet here, so it's not really moving on me. So now I can just hold that down and drill up and down. Now I have another jig like that. I got a dowel jig here. I'll pull it off. Back in the 90s, when I was just starting out here in the U.S., I learned how to do woodworking in Eretz Israel, in Israel, as a teenager. But when I came back, this is called the Dalet, Hastings, Michigan, genuine Dalet, made in the USA. All right, so let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this has, it's pretty rusted over. Oh, here we go. So 1/4, 3/8, 5/16, 7/16, and 1/2 inch. So you can lock that right in the middle. It's center. It'll automatically find the center of your stock. Okay, this is a 2x4, as you can see. Just drop it down in there, lock it in, and start drilling. Repeat that process. Move it over. So this here is, so if you're doing dowel joinery, this is the jig for you. Again, very, very heavily, wonderfully made here. I'm going to put it back up here so I don't forget to do such things. All right, there's so many ways to do a thing. So many ways. So you can like really dummy it down and really make products with just a few tools, or you can start embellishing and get all kinds of other tools. So let's see, one more item, and this may seem simplistic, but it has, my wife actually discovered how to use this better than me. I took it out and she played with it, and so anyway, you can see what it does. Now this is like the Keurig, all right? This is not a Keurig product, but like the Keurig product that holds down Keurig products so you can clamp it, all right? And then do your drilling. This here is basically a simple, got a wide disc here and a thin disc here, and it's meant to clamp down stock to a location, like, you know, like this, so it isn't going to move. All right, and so, you know, I can't do that on this bench because this is a custom bench made out of 2x6. Framing across like this and on the sides, and 4x4, it's really massive. But if you had a thinner table or some kind of bench that you can use, you can clamp this to it. But here's what sold for me right away. You know, my wife said to me I should have got like 3 more of them, but I was trying to be good because I was kind of buying too much at the time. So you lock it down like this and watch this quick release. You push the red knob in like this, and it releases it. That's what sold it to me when they were demoing it. So I went over directly and I picked it up. So this here is, let's see here, it says automatic Hansen. It's from Hansen. So, you know, this, I don't know what they're calling it, because, I mean, it was just in a, it's a clamp. It was in a box full of clamps just like this, and I don't recall seeing a name. So, all right, so Lee Valley was there, so they gave me a catalog of all their things. I have, they have a lot of products in them of high quality that they sell. So I also pulled the trigger on this. My wife's upstairs, let's be quiet about this. So basically, I would like to be more accurate when I'm what to tell you, but there is a company that sells high quality products. They're a company out of Ohio, and they sell squares and various types of measuring devices from that engineers got around the table and designed. And Woodpecker, that's what it is. I believe it's Woodpecker. So I'm just going to look in the back or the front of the catalog. Let's see here. Where am I going to find an index? I believe it's Woodpecker, and I ordered the 18-inch square, and that square, the quality is just off the charts, amazing. You're going to pay for it too. Without the case, this unit is costing me $189. Who pays $189 for a square? I think sooner or later, what you're going to do is as you stumble and with this product or that product and the quality of that product or the square, you're going to want to make the jump at some point. And you're going to see in more of your high-end wood shops these types of things. But I'm trying to find it. This thing doesn't actually have that I could see an index, so I can look it up. And so, at any rate, while we're at my phone, well, that's up there. I would just say, hey, Woodpecker products. So I would say that yeah, I believe it is this company here, Woodpecker, that has these. So I got to see them in the flesh and all the other various types of rulers and jigs that they have. What makes this thing, and we're gonna when we get it in, you got to order it. You can't just buy it because they're going to manufacture them, ship them right to you. And so, but imagine the square is like this. It's 18 inches, which is great for aligning things like your table saw, things like this, where you need a lot of length, a big area to square off from. If you take a small square and you try to, you know what I mean? It speaks for itself. So there is a ledge on the bottom. So here's the square like this. There's a ledge on the bottom that has high quality machine screws that go up in. You could take a lip off, you know, the lip, otherwise that would hook onto the side of your wood. So I'd take my square, I would put it over here like this. I'm trying not to jump all over the place. I got, here we go. Kind of like this, right? So it's going to lock like this. So you can take off the ledge, and now you can lay it flat down on the surface. Okay, so they went through all that trouble to make that a thing. All right, hopefully I didn't run out of space. So am I a character? Actually, when I went to Secaucus, New Jersey, to the hotel, this is what I took my clothes in. I thought, this is very appropriate. I'm not a salesman for any company that you see in my shop. Do I have their tools? There's a plunge router by Duar. I do. I have tools for all of them. So I'm not currently being, what's the word? Oh my goodness, it's been a long weekend, my friends. I can't wait till you see my videos. That person, I get to say hi to Mr. Snodgrass, and went all around the convention center and in Secaucus, New Jersey, and I got to talk to some folks. I had some really special treats in there too, where I helped an individual out do some things. So look forward to that. So Thanks once again for coming to the shop with SC Custom Designs. We have 500 videos. Please look them up. And we're constantly moving forward. Remember that we are always working on something. I'm going to take you off the mount. Sorry on the big TVs. Hopefully you're not going to have too much gyrating going on here. Remember, we're always doing something here in the shop. We're working on a custom table for this company called The Works, Worldwide Environmental Regulatory Compliance Systems. Okay, so we were bought out by UL, Underwriters Laboratory. Okay, and so that sign is very special to the previous owner of The Works, which took his small company from under 5 to 180 or something like this, and then UL bought us. But we are all over the world before that. We're all over the world, and now amazing. So I'm going to make a table for him, like a coffee table or something like this. So look forward to that. So we're always doing something here in the shop, but I promise I'm going to also unveil and take these things out. They're pretty much self-explanatory, but you know, we'll talk about those too. Thanks for coming to my shop. I'm going to make sure I don't blind you, or, well, I'm getting blinded by the LED lights. There's 1,400 lumens shining at me. Take care. God bless. Thanks for coming into my shop. All right. Be safe out there in the snowstorms.